next film should be Love in the Time of Reels. I'm telling you, I've given you an idea, Arif, and you should just sit together.
Okay, I'll think about it. I'll see a few reels now. Aditi, when your reel comes out, tell me, so I'll see how people are reacting to
Yeah,
it. Okay?
I'll do that.
Love in the Time of Reels. Not a bad idea.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Puja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Lovely to meet you all. Season 2, Season 1, मुझे deja vu हो रहा है because we were present together. We met and then वो 2 साल का जो हम वनवास से अभी आए हैं. So, tell me Season 2 में क्या मिलने को आएगा? मेरे को भूमिका तो बहुत चेंज हो गई है. भूमिका क्या चेंज आ गया आप में?
मैं चेंज हो रही है, अभी तक हुई नहीं है. अभी 17 तारीख को पूरा हो जाएगी. ठीक है.
कैसे चेंज हो रही है? कैसा चेंज आया बताओ.
तो मुझे लगता है कि भूमि when I was playing the part, I didn't feel the pace was this much. Of course, the pace of the shoot was always very, very fast. But the way the mind is racing and the way, even Nayak is this time, it's really fast-paced, I feel. And there is no time to think for Bhoomi. If there is anything that she's doing which is right or wrong, there are too many questions to battle in her head right now. So I think she's just going with the flow. She's just going with the momentum. और जो जिस तरीके से उसकी तरफ आ रहा है, उससे वो deal कर रही है basically. There's no plan right now. So I think if somebody becomes this kind of a fireball, धमाका तो होने वाला है.
धमाका का इंतजार है. और मैं जब अपने पुराने इंटरव्यू देख रही थी, बहुत लोगों ने पूछा था Season 2 कब आ रहा है. And I'm going to ask Imtiaz ji the same question I asked him. You're the one who over the 2 years मैंने देखा रील्स बन रही हैं. आजकल तो सब सोशल मीडिया पे ही बैठे हैं. आपकी पुरानी पिक्चरों के गाने, the Imtiaz Ali brand of cinema, all love, everything happy. अब ये जो आपने लिखा है वो सारा लव तो निकल ही जाएगा सबके. और लव का एंटीथीसिस है ये.
लव का एंटीथीसिस नहीं है actually. I feel that there is love of different kinds. There's a love for darkness. There's a love for surrender. There's so I feel that this is a going forward for me. Season 2, there are a couple of things here which for me personally as a storyteller or a writer is a going forward. Because you don't expect when you are in a situation like Bhoomi is in the season that it would actually make you feel free, liberated, connected, more in touch with yourself. But on the face of it, it's dark and criminal. And what does one do? One feels that I'm sent over here to seduce, but then how much of that seduction is acting against you? How much of a victim are you becoming of your own seduction and things like that? So I feel that if love is a process of coming closer to yourself, then that is definitely valid to Season 2.
आपकी वैसे फिल्म के कौन से कैरेक्टर के साथ भूमि बैठेगी? मेरे को तो लग रहा था जॉर्डन.
वो किसके साथ बैठेगी? वो
I mean, that would be a perfect match, a match made in heaven.
Why not with Mahabir Bhati from Highway? वो ट्रक चला के आएगा, है ना? वो कितने को तूने लुढ़काया, कितने को मैं मारेगी, ऐसा कुछ बात होगा दोनों के बीच में. हाँ, वो जाट हरियाणा का, ये मुंबई ची मुलगी, दोनों साथ में क्राइम करेंगे, खुश रहेंगे.
This is a good one. I think you should plan that. Now I'll come to Arif. Arif, now, as I was telling him, the kind of cinema that he gives us and to kind of now what he has written are two diametrically opposite, genres. So when you got his writing, executing it, what was that like?
I've always known his mind. It is just, it's a bit of a chance that Jab We Met happened first. Or Socha Na Tha Jab We Met, and then romance and all of that took off for him. But in his mind, he always has, he's had many, many dynamic and different kinds of stories. Or he's been interested, and we've watched a lot of stuff together, growing up, in which we really liked certain world cinemas, or how many times we must have seen Hero and the entry of Jaggu Dada.
अपना बचपन याद
And
दिला दिया.
yeah, and films like Gulami, and so we've actually seen more. But so there is a particular mind that works, and like I said, कि वो पहले वो सारी फिल्में आई, but I think he has, but these concepts, these ideas are also there. So I'm very, very happy and glad that it has come forward on this medium, as a show, which just gives a lot of justification to the wholesomeness of such a concept. So more than a surprise, it's more like a good, you see a good thing happen.
So Aditi, I mean, last time when we spoke, you were like, playing a Bhumika was something that just perfect. You wouldn't have got an opportunity like this to play her when in a film format, because the OTT, the space, let's say, the space gives you a lot more to do. What drew you actually to her? And आपकी अब वो छवि बन गई है as the badass.
Sorry.
आश्रम देख लो, यहाँ देख लो, you're like the typical badass.
What do I prefer?
What drew you? What drew you?
What drew me? Oh, okay. Sorry. What drew me to play Bhumi?
Playing Bhumika, अभी आपकी वो छवि भी बन गई है as the.
अच्छा, बन गई. अच्छा, the badass one. or the one who kicks the ass of the badasses, maybe. Well, I don't know. I think, personally, I feel the state of mind you are in, you attract those kind of roles also, So maybe I was, at those points, I was in those state of minds. But what drew me actually was Imtiaz Ali. And if you ask me with Ashram, it was Prakash Jha. Because these are a few directors who are, like, I just love their work. And I remember that I had a couple of directors I wanted to work with, and there were some 3-4 of them, and I worked with 3 of them. So
Wow, you're the manifester, ma'am.
completely manifesting, yeah. और अभी वो list में को अभी मैं वो list के आगे कुछ लिख नहीं रही हूँ. So now of course, when I was told about Bhumi, I wondered who she was and how I would portray this part. And in the first season, it came across like I got through, I crossed the river. So with Ashram also, something similar happened, that I didn't know if I could play a wrestler, because I had been a runner, but wrestler is a completely different thing. So it has just come my way, and I've been, in fact, itching to perform for a very long time, doing plays at Prithvi or, performing otherwise. I just wanted to perform a great script, and I think that's what I manifested. So I couldn't ask for anything better, because this script has everything a performer would want.
Absolutely. And Imtiaz sir, आपसे एक पूछना चाहती हूँ, आपके ना, which when Arif sir can answer is, आपकी fraternity के लोग ये कह रहे हैं, अब हम लोगों को एक formula मिल गया है across OTT कि हम dark, gritty stories दिखा रहे हैं, and we're not going beyond that. Would you agree with that or disagree? That we've fallen into the trap of showcasing the underbelly, the darkness, and we're not going beyond that?
I think we are on the anvil of getting out of that mentality. I think very soon we will see the other kind of shows coming out as well. And of course, crime and thrillers give you the opportunity of showcasing a bang or showing a bang whenever in the script you'd like. It's easy to turn around events or expectations in this format. But beyond a point of time, the audience will want more. They would want deeper, different. I think we are on the anvil of change.
Absolutely. And Arif, would you want to add to it?
Sorry, I didn't. Can you just repeat the question first?
Everyone feels it's fallen into the trap of dark, gritty violence है, जिसमें गाली गलौज है, मार धाड़ है.
So what is yesterday I got shouted at Imtiaz for, we were discussing something similar. And
Yeah, exactly.
he was talking about love stories and in this format, and I said, "Ki yeah, but then this medium lends more to thriller and this and that," and then he said something which was mean as usual, and I just walked away from there. So, but what I
What is the mean thing he said? It's a different facet of his personality that
it doesn't matter. It's just it's a part of that, and shows like She's showcasing his dark side. I'm glad that it is coming to fore. Otherwise it's only me who suffered it.
No, but just tell me, I mean, when you were writing this, a writer always draws upon maybe a character he's read about, something that has stayed. वो रेलवे स्टेशन में, आई नो यू आर वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ द रेलवे, को पल्प फिक्शन किताबें नहीं मिलती थी, उनमें ये बहुत ऐसी स्टोरीज होती थी. आपको ये कहाँ से ये शी का इंस्पिरेशन आया था वैसे? Which I'm very curious to know.
Streetwalkers in big cities. And so much gaze at them. The authorities know they are there and pretending that they don't. The criminals know they are there. There's a whole industry that goes on. I was very fascinated by this half hidden and half shown kind of industry that goes on, and it is the oldest profession in the world. So the street walker, there's an element of sexiness, there's an element of danger, and there is a certain character that she has. There's a certain walking the street at night. If you see a girl walking a desolate lane at night, there's a sense of confidence in her stride, That's very attractive. That's very seductive. And then one goes to think, the thought that came to my mind is, what is she going through beyond the obvious things of shame and stigma? She's crossed many boundaries to be here. And now that she's here, what must be going through in her brain? So that's how it began, really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Aditi, what I like about you is you're totally uninhibited. You are uninhibited. What was the prep that went in? You are just so there. I mean, there is no, एक भी वो iota नहीं है कि she's a little uncomfortable. She's so uninhibited.
Right, yeah. I think I just flowed with the writing, very honestly. And I would give the credit for the comfort to Imtiaz sir and Arif sir and Amit sir also, because they made sure that the performance is not affected by something that a mind can play games with, that there are people watching, or what am I doing? Or I did think once last year that my father would watch this and what would he think? Just once I thought about it. And then when he watched the show, actually, he said, "Sure, I like it." And I was like, wow, if my father, but he did also practice theatre, so he saw where it was coming from, that it was just pure performance and nothing else. So I think it's just a great team effort, I would say. Otherwise, I'm a very shy person. I tell this to everybody, that I'm a very, very shy and a little bit of an introvert rather. I don't know certain times whether I fit the space or not, so I just keep quiet, and probably it's, taken in another way that I'm rude or something like that. So I've gotten this from people. But when I came in here, I just went ahead with the writing because I loved it so much.
Now, let me also say, to the credit of Aditi and also Arif, that it's not easy to bear yourself emotionally on demand and in such quick succession of scenes, like go, change, come back, say something extremely meaningful and deep, something which is earth-shatteringly, like something that will change your personality perhaps, but say it in quick time and then go and change and come back before the sunlight goes away and things like that, Right. In quick succession, there were scenes happening, and I was only, every time I came on the set, I never told Aditi really, because I thought it will not help her. I was thinking that there's a lot to be accomplished and done, and for the whole unit also to be cognizant of the fact that, all of them, but the actors more than the others, because they have to actually physically and appearance-wise also go through that emotion. That you're going through so much upheaval emotionally in such quick time, such short time. that was really to her credit. And you have to really fight for that space inside your mind where you can be completely truthful in performance. And she never, I don't think there was a time where she gave up and she just like went with whatever, and she didn't care, or she didn't mind if she didn't feel it. She always felt it. It's not easy to feel. In life, sometimes we try not to feel an emotion, yeah. It's just better to just like be formal and get away with this thing. And in acting, one is tempted to do that very often. And if you don't do that, you've got to push yourself in a very different way, which she did very successfully. So thanks for that, man.
Thank
No,
you
but
so
also
much.
it's very interesting, both of you. I mean, kudos to both the gentlemen about the male gaze into a female's life. It's really interesting because sometimes they feel only females can do it better if it was a female's gaze. But it's really lovely how you brought out what she's going through. Aditi, now tell me, I know we spoke about, as you said, sensitive. तो आजकल सर बहुत हो गए, आपने social media देखा नहीं है, हर चीज पे लोग sensitive हो गए. Desensitized कोई नहीं है. We have to get desensitized. But Aditi, we were speaking about it. I have heard this from a lot of young actors. Today, casting is on the basis of their social media numbers.
Yes,
What
yes.
do you, as a artist, really feel about it?
No.
Talent is secondary, but social media में क्या है?
Yeah, like he
ये हम भी
said.
face कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, like you said, there were earth-shattering experiences for Bhumika. And I said this in the interview yesterday, so I was like, wow, it's earth-shattering for me to know this, honestly. I am shattered and I'm picking myself up from corners, and I said, let's get on to it. Today, after I think so many years of knowing Arif sir and Imtiaz sir, I said, can I do a reel with y'all? Because, I don't understand how else to, look at this or rather flow with it. Because I see Bachchan Sahab also saying that mere in cheezon ko likes milte hain, nahi milte. I was like, wow, you're so excited and now, even now. So why can't I probably channelize my energy to that? But I don't think I'll last too long because I love listening to the birds outside my house. I love the flowers that bloom on the tree that's outside my house, and the weather, the seasons changing and the fruits changing and all of this. I mean, there's poetry in life. So when are you going to experience it? If you're constantly like this, you're going to go back to A page. So I don't know, I'll do it till I can.
All numbers. Aditi, Imtiaz sir, एक बात बताओ कि next film you must do it. Love in the time of reels. What do you think of this trend?
But I think, it'll burst because it has a lot of, it's not
My
too...
lips to God's ears.
Yeah, I think it will.
Imtiaz and me, we actually are from the college across the road. His college was across my college. But we come from a time when Google Baba bhi nahi the हमारे पास. I know, what do you think of this social, आपको social media में उतने है हो भी नहीं?
I don't think life is different from social media, honestly. And I don't think technology is the enemy. I feel that it allows you to choose as much, how much of it do you want to bite. And what's the point? I think it's passé to complain about it, man. I think people like you and me should say, okay, this is what I pick and this is what we, leave. And it's the same thing. Like the birds and are available on Twitter as well.
See, he's not making reels, okay? That's why he can say this. I am making reels every single day.
Why am I Aditi? After so many years.
See, that's why it's passe and things like these, yeah?
Your next film should be Love in the Time of Reels. I'm telling you, I've given you an idea, Arif, and you should just sit together.
Okay, I'll think about it. I'll see a few reels now. Aditi, when your reel comes out, tell me, so I'll see how people are reacting to
Yeah,
it. Okay?
I'll do that.
Love in the time of reels. Not a bad idea.
Yeah. And lastly, before I go, everyone's talking about it, so I have to bring this jaded topic up. Everyone's obsessed with Pan-India, which I feel anyways movies are Pan-Indian. We all watch, this is Pan-Indian, we go to watch it across India and across other countries. And this whole language debate, as someone who is, both of you, part of Indian cinema, what do you have to say?
I feel language, it's not a big deal. I think it's great that people are watching material in different languages than their mother tongue.
Yeah.
And all of us have done it at different points of time. One of the some of the most successful movies in Hollywood have not been in English or about topics that are alien. So I think it's a good thing. I think your characteristic trademark of filmmaking is also, I mean, it's not only language. It's many things. And also maybe in this way we get the ability of enjoying different languages in different settings that are natural to it. So I think it's a good thing that people are watching. Like my other brother was saying that he went to Gurez, which is a corner of Kashmir. And this is even before Pushpa, and he asked a small kid he met over there, do you watch films? Because he was trying to explain to him that he's a director. And he says, yeah, I watch films, that kid said in Gurez, and said, who's your favorite hero? So he said, Allu Arjun. And Pushpa had not released. And that kid over there was, so it's a good thing. This is what makes India, I feel, that you can be in Kashmir and you can watch Allu Arjun and know him much before even Sajid knew him, you know. So we should celebrate that.
Absolutely. Arif, what would you want to say?
I just feel that I don't know, I mean, as a country, we should feel really proud that we have so many languages. And you know, and such interesting things can happen in all corners, and because of mediums like Netflix and many other platforms, that you can choose what you want to see rather than what can come into your theater, and only that is like other people have made the choice for you. But now you can make the choice. You can go anywhere, search anywhere, and like we've been watching some movies from Malayali movies, which are like extremely interesting. Like and you know that that kind of thing is happening there, and something is happening. Like Telugu movies have been very over the top popular. They are like our you know, our answer to Marvel kind of movies in India. So yeah, so I mean, I think that we should. I mean, I can't talk about people, and everybody has things to say and things to do. But I really think that because of language, I'm getting so much more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Can we expect a season 3?
Hopefully, you tell me if you love it so much, then we will.
Yeah, you should tell us.
Try to love it, okay?
Try to love it.
I'm also now, which is your next, other than Love in the Time of Reels?
I'm making a movie called Love in the Time of
Yeah? Okay.
What?
Reels.
Reels.
Yeah.
Love in the Time of Reels.
We have an announcement here. Thank you so much. All the very best.
Thank you so
And,
much.
looking forward to the show. Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.